Step into a world of romance and mystery with Tamora Rose. Today we're reading part 1 of chapter 14 of Child of the Wind. Canace, just stop, Duncan, she pleaded as she held up 2 gowns for inspection. You all expect me to marry the man, but object to us going off to explore our future home together. Alone together is the objection, Duncan pointed out. Canace turned to him. The blue or the red? Then she shook her head. Never mind. The red might give Jet the wrong idea. Then she giggled, causing Duncan to worry all over again. She was far too eager to ride off across the countryside at night with no one but Jet for company, and Duncan didn't like it. He opened his mouth to tell her she couldn't go. Please, Duncan, her bright eyes pleaded with him. I need to see Barsland, and who better to show it to me than the man who will shortly be the new Earl? Do you really think it's a good idea to spend several nights alone with him? The Scot asked. 1 night alone, she corrected. There are servants aplenty at Barsland, or so I've been assured. I can handle Jet Charles for 1 night. Since I'm to be married to the man, I'd better be able to handle him. You're reconciled to the marriage, then? By now she was gathering the brushes she'd need at Barsland, so she glared at him over her shoulder. I never really had a choice, did I? Maybe this little trip will help me get to know him even better. All her assurances aside, Duncan couldn't help but be worried as he watched her carefully pack her saddlebags. They were only taking a single pack horse, forcing them to pack lightly. A difficult task for most women, but Canace was managing with ease. She was even taking clean bedding and somehow managing to fit that in with all her gowns, shifts, and other feminine articles. Ever efficient, that was Canace. But she was still so young, so innocent, and Duncan wasn't sure letting her go off with a man she just met was the right course of action. He might be her betrothed, but Jet was a man, and Canace was lovely to behold. What man would be able to keep his hands from such a beautiful and passionate young woman, especially when he would eventually be allowed to claim her anyway? She might be just a little too much for him to resist. He might have volunteered to accompany them, but Canace saw him open his mouth and shot him a withering glare. Stop treating me like a child, she snapped. I don't need you hovering over me. Duncan held up his hands. All right. If you want to do this, I don't approve, but go. A bright smile lit her face as she skipped over to him. Thank you, Duncan. Her lips touched his cheek in a gentle kiss before she scampered back to her packing. Do you have everything you need? He asked as she struggled to close the last saddlebag. I think so. We'll be there before the noon meal tomorrow, or so Jet has assured me, and it's my own estate. I shouldn't need much beyond my personal items. And a fresh set of bedding, I noticed. Canace giggled. A silly thing, maybe, but Nora suggested it. It sounded like a good idea. It is. You never know when you'll need it. With a nod and a grin, she finally managed to close her saddlebag. She started gathering them up, but Duncan beat her to it. You're a lady, he pointed out. You can and should allow a man to help you now and then. She just giggled and skipped from the room, leaving him to manage her things. Are you sure this is a good idea, my dear? Canace resisted the urge to roll her eyes. Rosemary, you sound just like Duncan. I'll be fine. I'm with your own son, after all. Though Rosemary didn't look convinced, she let the matter drop when Jet appeared beside his betrothed. Ready to go, Canace? He asked softly. With the sun already fast approaching the distant horizon, she had no choice but to nod. A sliver of doubt crept down her spine as Rosemary gave her a quick hug, then Jet was leading her to the waiting horses. As he lifted her into the saddle, she told herself to stop being silly. He was her betrothed. It was only for a single night, and Bentley was with them. If he got too close and she didn't like it, she'd simply scream. Bentley was more than willing to protect her if he had to. She could handle this. She really could. Not wanting to give anyone reason for concern, she waved gaily and wheeled Epona, following Jet to her destiny. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this chapter, stay tuned for more tales of romance. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with passion and just a touch of magic.